welcome to the Aquarian Mind podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 178. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers, and you guys know what time it is. It's Mondays with Mello, and today we're talking about mental health being important on your journey of life. Because if you guys know, I've shared, my mental health and what I've dealt with in my life and what I've been through. So I want to discuss this a little bit more in depth today, but not really too much about me, more about you guys and where you guys are from a mental health standpoint. Because mental health is imperative to anyone's success. And, no matter how far you go in life, if your mental health isn't right, you won't achieve a lot of the things you want. And I will admit, any journey that you're on, it takes so much commitment to your craft and the work that you do. And outside of that, even if you're not working towards anything specific on your life journey like right now or later on, you still want to make sure that you're in a good place mentally and spiritually. And there are challenges to keep your mental health intact. And we go through ups and downs, struggles, depression, mood swings, and so many other emotions and feelings on the journey of life. And success comes with a lot of obstacles, struggles, and battles. And you guys know my mental health wasn't good at points in 2020. And thankfully, for me, I got the help that I needed with online therapy. But for me, it's, about being transparent on my journey. And I want you guys to know what's going on with me because, I come on my podcast a lot and, I record so many different forms of content and I don't want to give this false narrative that I'm okay every day and that I'm good because I'm not. There are days I struggle, with my thoughts. I think that's the biggest part of what I deal with. I am an overthinker. I overanalyze things and, that's something that I have worked on for so long and some days are better than others, right? But my goal is always to share my ups and downs with all of you, and I just want you guys to know that if today you're not feeling your greatest, it's okay because tomorrow's a new day. It's a new opportunity. It's a new chapter in your journey of life. And you guys know I went through 2 months of, my online therapy and, I started to understand myself and why I think the way I do and, how much I need to think positively and control my own thoughts. And negativity can creep into your mind at any given time. You can be having a great day and a negative thought creeps in your mind and then you're back to that and now you gotta recalibrate your mind and get yourself to get in a better mindset. So they say your mindset determines how your day will go. It holds true in a lot of instances. I will say that living on the East Coast and dealing with cold weather and rainy conditions and things like that, and sometimes 3-4 days in a row without you seeing any sunlight or anything like that, it affected my mood. And now that I live on the West Coast and I live a whole different lifestyle, and it's funny because I was talking to my uncle about this not too long ago, and it's different here, where I live for sure. The sun shines about 95% of the time, and it's a beautiful thing. And I wish that for everyone. I wish that everyone could live, in weather where the sun is out all the time. But then again, there are people who can manage living in cold weather and snow and wearing boots and 10-pound jackets. That's great. That's just not my thing anymore. It's bad enough I was born in the winter. Grand smack in the winter, too, at that. Yes, I'm a January baby. But my mental health is way different now where I am in my life because of the fact that I can get on my bike and go for a bike ride anytime I want. And I have access to a pool and I have access to a gym 24 hours a day. And I can play basketball pretty much any day of the week. any day of the week that I want. And that's literally changed the landscape of my life. And it doesn't mean that I don't struggle and that I don't deal with certain things in my mind and my insecurities and my uncertainties and things of that nature. But I'm really clearing the path of that. And I want you guys to know, like, your mental health, it's a journey. It's an everyday, continuous journey of healing, of growth, of self-improvement, of learning who you are, of knowing where you want to be on your journey of life. It all takes time, and you have to be patient with yourself. That's a huge, huge, huge thing. And your mental health, where it is right now, is pretty much from how you grew up, your environments, and your experiences. And I meet so many wonderful people in my life, and everyone has a story. And your story dictates who you are, and your beliefs, your morals, your values, things of that nature. But because of so many of the struggles we've gone through, our mental health will always be something that we always have to constantly work on and work through. And some of us, we feel comfortable in talking to a professional. It took me a long time to get to that place. And it wasn't the trust factor, it was the judgment part of it, of what are people going to think. And I, once again, overthought that whole part of it. And the people that are closest to me in my inner circle, they understood. And it was a beautiful thing. And my 3 best friends that I've known for forever, they understood. And I know all 3 of them go through things. And one of them talks to me about what he deals with. The other 2, they don't, but I know that they go through things, right? So what I want you guys to understand is that whether you talk to a family member, a friend, a coworker, a professional, whoever, just please do your part in making sure that you're talking to someone about what you're dealing with. And please do not be someone who is smiling and acting like everything's okay when in actuality it's not. You're not okay. And I come across way too many stories and instances and situations where I'm like, damn. And it's not a celebrity, it's more of like regular people like me. So when you look at celebrities, that's a whole nother story and a whole nother realm, and I don't want to go down that road, because that's a road that, yeah, leads to some unfortunate things that I've come to understand of what Hollyweird consists of. But anyway, a few weeks ago I was on TikTok and I saw a video of someone who had an amazing best friend, and she loved her best friend like there was no tomorrow. And that best friend, unfortunately, did what she did. I'm not going to verbally say it because I don't know what platforms will, try to send me some email or something about what I said on here, but you guys know where I'm going with it. And it's a subject that I always said I wouldn't discuss. It's one of 2 things I said I'd never discuss, but I know in the near future it's a subject that I know I need to discuss and I need to tackle, and I will go down that road. So what I'm saying is to make sure that your mental health is good, make sure that you are doing all of the things necessary that will make you, feel good. That's being in outdoors, nature, sunlight, exercise, eating the right foods. Eating the right foods does contribute to your energy levels. Does it contribute to your mental health? I would say a lot of foods help with your body and how it functions. Uh, I don't have scientific studies right in front of my face as I'm recording this, but um, and I'm not saying cut out your favorite snack or anything like that. I mean, everyone's got to indulge every once in a while, but I want you guys to know that mental health is so important, and if you need to take a day off, take a day off. It's okay, and it's something that I'm working on myself, to be honest. Uh, with my full-time job, I might take off 4 or 5 days out of the whole, maybe 5 or 6 days out of a whole year, as far as like sick days or a mental health personal day. It's a rarity for me. Now my vacation time, that doesn't really count, but I have to use those days or I lose those days because I can't carry it over. A lot of companies are not allowing that anymore, but excluding the vacation time, I do not take a lot of days off from my full-time job. And when I sign out of my full-time job, I'm working on, this podcast and, making sure, close family and friends are good and taking care of my own self. So balance out your life. Like, just really try to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first, and then everything else and everyone else comes after. So you need a break. Take a break, please. It's going to help you in the long run. Anyway, with that said, that's my podcast for today. I thank you guys for listening. As always, have a good week. Be good, everyone, and go and accomplish your goals.